Break to it. Alright, I figure we go ahead and start this video a little early. We're in Akron, Ohio, on a job site. And the reason I'm starting early is I don't know if I'm going to make it home in time to even get started working on the car to get it done for Saturday night. Unfortunately, that's how trucking goes. I'm supposed to have a 9:30 unload time. I got big concrete walls on. We'll spin around here, kind of hard to see. They're building a warehouse or something. They're hauling these concrete walls. They're taking them off the trucks and standing them up actually as they take them off, but it's taking a lot longer than anticipated. I'm supposed to reload going to Springfield, Missouri and deliver tomorrow, which tomorrow's Friday, and depending on the time I actually get unloaded, reloaded and unloaded, however you want to put it, I might not have to, I might not have time to get home and get the parts that I might, if something goes wrong and I need parts, might not be able to, probably won't have time to go to the parts store or whatever, because most of them where I live close by 6 o'clock, with the exception of AutoZone and O'Reilly's, which they usually don't have what I'm looking for. Luckily, I know I need one bolt. I already contacted my wife about getting it for me. My spring hanger did come in. She told me it did come in. It's the right one. So that is a good thing. We went to Summit. We got our pop rivets. Ended up finding a set of Edelbrock valve covers. And I kind of had a Joe Dirt moment. $25. I couldn't beat them. And got a few other little things that might need, or I got a carburetor rebuild kit, and things like that. But as of right now, the plan is to work on the car if I get home late Friday and try to get it done before Saturday, but it's not looking very good at the moment of having a full day, not running into any issues, missing parts or anything like that. I probably won't be able to make it Saturday, at least not with a race ready car. So we'll get back with you when we actually get home, or when we know more anyways. Either way, we'll be back in the shop one way or the other this weekend, because I do want the car to be ready to go first chance available. So I was saying they were unloading the trucks and setting the walls up as they were unloading them. That's kind of what they got going on here. They just took out this end wall here. That's the last wall they took off the last truck. I got two of them on, so they're about, I'd say they're every bit of 45 foot long probably. They don't look so long laying on a trailer, but with a person standing next to them, they definitely look a lot longer. They're a lot taller than what they look on the trailer anyways. Well, it's Friday morning, about 1:30 in the morning. Got held up on the job site. My load canceled on me. Coming back to Missouri, so I just started bouncing home, and just happened my father-in-law called and said that his truck was broke down just outside of St. Louis and needed his load delivered first thing in the morning. So I stopped in, grabbed his trailer. I'm gonna undo his straps and get everything ready to go. That way I don't have to worry about getting up in the morning to do it. And if they come out, they can go ahead and start unloading it. But we're gonna get up in the morning, get this off, and head home. and try to get started on the old leafer, get it ready for Friday night or Saturday night, and hopefully go racing. So we'll see you here. All right, guys, we've made it back home. Heading to the parts store or somewhere. I need to get a bolt. Got the right bracket in. I'm taking it with me so I can get the right length bolt. This is the bolt that we pulled out of the car. I don't know how easy it is to see it, but it is bent, and I had to cut the head off, so there's no head on this bolt, which is the reason why we got to go get another bolt. And hopefully it is the last piece to the puzzle to be able to put the car back together. As long as we don't run into any major issues getting it together, I'm going to get a couple extra bolts just in case. But really the biggest thing right now is being able to get the leaf spring mounted back up, a new plate hanger mounted, welded back into place. That's the biggest issues right now as far as getting the car together. Tomorrow night's fan appreciation night. Of course, by the time I get this uploaded, it'll probably be the day after. I've said it before, it's probably one of the biggest nights at the track. Sorry for the shaking, the road's a little rough. This is probably the biggest night for the track. I drove all the way from Ohio empty. Granted, I ended up picking up my father-in-law's load and delivering it for him, but drove all the way from Ohio empty just so I could be here, you know, hopefully have the car ready to go. A lot of the drivers probably look forward to this more than they do a regular race night or even a big money night. Ends up, it's a pretty relaxed night, it seems like, for everybody. Fans, racers, even the track officials, they're just a different atmosphere at the track. So we're gonna go get these parts. Good grief, this road sucks. We're gonna go get these parts, and we'll be back with you when we get back to the house. Alright, we made it back to the shop. We got our nut and bolt washers. It's hot out here, so I'm going to be trying to work pretty fast. So we're going to get this mocked up and mark it out and clean it up and weld it into place. If I come across something interesting, I'll show you, but other than that, I'll show you when I get it done. Then we'll get started. Got to finish the body here, but the body don't do no good if the rear end ain't in place. So we'll be back with you here shortly. Well, it took me a little longer. I had to get creative with doing some welding on it. There's not really enough room underneath there to really get in there with the grinder and get real fancy with cleaning off spots, so I had to kind of hit it enough to get the paint to burn off and then kind of go back and forth and weld. I've welded the crap out of it, but we got it hanging on its own. Only way to tell if it's going to hold is just go full send with it. Found out my shock that I put on back there is actually about 3 or 4 inches shorter than what the old shock was. The shaft was anyway. So I had to bring the leaf spring all the way up on the shackle to make it where it work. So we'll see if we hike the left front off the ground tomorrow night. Fixing to get started on the body, pop ribbon and everything on, getting it ready to go. Saying a lot, but what we're going to do is like I said before, we're going to loosen the bolts up, the body bolts, and then just pop rivet the body together and then put it back on. I think I'm going to end up having to slide the nose, loosen it up, and push it back about an inch or two to make everything line up right. But we're going to get started on it. All right, we've been out here hustling. I figured I'd probably go in and take a break here and there, but I haven't been inside yet. We got the spring hanger welded in. Me, it looks like it'll hold. The metal's not very thick on the car itself to weld it to, so we'll see if it holds or not. Got the body all wrapped up pretty much. Did end up with a little gap up here on the hood. No big deal considering what I started with. It ain't half bad looking. Definitely ain't as good looking as it was before the crash, but we'll work with what we got. Really, it's all that's left on the car at the moment is I got the drive shaft laying on the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and grease it while it's out of the car. Put it back in the car. Put fluid back in the transmission, because when the drive shaft come out, puked a bunch of fluid out. Well, pretty much puked all the fluid out of the transmission because nothing was holding it in there. And we'll check the rear end fluid, and we should be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get the drive shaft done and get fluid in the rear end and the transmission, and hopefully tomorrow all that'll leave us is washing the car, or loading the car, and then we're going to wash it up on the trailer. I hate bringing a dirty car into the shop, just for the mere fact it creates a big mess. But being that it wasn't really drivable and the body was pretty much a big wrinkle, did what we had to do. So we're going to get this thing drive shaft in it and full of fluid, and hopefully pull it outside here probably in the morning. But we also need to check the timing. I put that new control module into the strip here, so we'll be back with you. Alright kids, we got the drive shaft in the car, transmission's full of fluid, everything's full of fluid. We didn't put none in the rear end. We're going to put that tire on right there. The rim's bent, but the wheel itself is just a bead that's been on it. We're going to put it on and send it. It's still holding there. This tire here, it was flat the next day and it didn't even get a scratch on it. But we got to time the car, double check the timing, make sure it's going to run. Get it down, put it on the trailer, wash it, load everything up, then we're going racing tomorrow night. I'm confident with my rear end's going to hold up. The spring hanger. Really, other than washing it and getting it on the trailer tomorrow and cleaning some of this junk off of it, we're ready to go for tomorrow. Like I said, it's fan appreciation night. I will say, before I close out, watch what you say, especially when you're going to put it on social media. People are looking to, they don't take much, and they're going to try to ruin your life and everybody's lives around you just because they have nothing better to do. You know, it don't matter if you purposely meant to say something or accidentally. Stop and think about it before you say it, especially on social media. There are people who just want to ruin somebody's life. don't give him a chance. But Daniel's asleep. We can't run the car. I'm only running on a couple hours sleep. We came in all the way in from Ohio. Got parked about 2 and didn't go to sleep till 2:30 this morning, and right back up at 5:30. So lack of sleep starting to catch up to me physically. And it's hot out here. It ain't cool. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna close this video out. We will see you at the track with the old Leafer, representing all my sponsors here. You guys seen the videos before. If you need something done, call one of my guys up. I think I got about everybody except for a restaurant on here. So if you got a restaurant and want to put your name on the car, I can make a spot for you. I'll find a spot for you. So we'll see you at the track tomorrow, and we'll see you at the track. God bless you.